So when I got to France, I was the only person that I knew, and that was really scary to me, honestly, because this was my second ever international travel, as well as the first time traveling internationally on my own. So arriving, I just followed the USAC guidelines. Pre-arrival, they gave us a whole document that had a ton of different ways on how to get from the airport to the city. So I just had that document printed out in a little folder, and I managed to make it from the airport to the city. So I'm very grateful for that. Since arriving in Lyon, USAC helped us move into our apartments. So every day I have to take the bus to school, and that is honestly not a problem at all. You can walk, it's about a 15-minute walk down the hill, so it's really easy. But I take the bus every day without problem, and I really like where I live. I live in a studio apartment. There are also shared apartments, and I have my own kitchen, my own fridge, a full-size bed, and your own bathroom and shower. So I've really enjoyed all of the accommodations so far. For me, my daily life looks like I go to school every morning, and then at noon I go get lunch, and either that is with some of my USAC friends or some of my friends from my class. So I have many friends in my class so far that we've really gotten to know each other very well, so I really enjoy. I didn't know anyone coming into this program, so being able to get to know even people from all around the US that go to totally different schools and come from totally different backgrounds from me has been a really unique opportunity and really fun. So now when I come home, I can say I have friends all over the country. And then afterwards, a lot of it is just exploring the city. So every day, it's going to a new restaurant or exploring a new part of town. Sometimes I will go grab a baguette and then sit on the side of the river and eat it and just watch the boats go by and the people walking and buying everything. Being able to explore and learn more about a new culture and new opportunities, taste all of the delicious food, because Lyon is the cuisine capital of France. I love that aspect of Lyon. Here at UCLE and ILCF, we have language classes 4 days a week, and they are 4 hours a day. So that is from 8 a.m. to noon. And I know the 8 a.m. time might scare some people. It definitely scared me at first, but it honestly isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Besides just practicing my French skills and obviously getting better, I've been able to meet people from all over the world. For other classes at USAC, I have taken 3 other classes. So my first one is French cuisine. French cuisine has by far been my favorite class so far. It's taught at a local restaurant and taught by a local chef. My 2 other classes is French International Relations. This really ties into my global studies and political science parts of my major and minor. And then my final class has been International Human Rights. This class is absolutely incredible. My professor has many friends within the industry, within law, nonprofits, and she's brought a lot of them to come speak to our class. I'm very grateful to my professors and the expertise that they provide in the field. One incredible opportunity that USAC has provided us as students, if we wanted to, is to volunteer with French high school students or even French elementary students. But for me, I volunteer with some French high schoolers, and this is really cool because I am just a language teaching assistant in their school. So I visit these students once every other week and just have conversations with them. I'm there to help be a native English speaker and to help encourage conversations in English. So that cultural exchange has been absolutely incredible, and I'm really glad that I've been able to have that experience. Lyon is really nicely located in France. It's a very large city. Because of that, it is very well connected by train, by bus, and by plane. So USAC has given us the wonderful opportunity to take us on 3 trips around the region. So our first trip was in January, and we went to La Clusaz, which is a tiny village up in the French Alps where we went snowshoeing, and that was so much fun. We also had the opportunity to go to Beaujolais, the wine region, which is just north of Lyon. And then we're also going to go tomorrow to a small medieval village called Perouge that's very close to Lyon, and just explore there. So USAC has been able to provide many opportunities to just explore the region that Lyon is in, as well as just meet and learn even more about French culture. I've been able to do some personal traveling, mainly in the southern region of France, and it's been really cool to just explore these different cities, big and small. Most of the time I decide that I'm going to get on a train or get on a bus, and it's only about 2 hours away at most, and just walk around a city for a day and come back. So day trips are very accessible and super easy. And then internationally, Lyon has an international airport, which makes it super accessible to fly. So just being able to be in Europe and access all of these different cities for some pretty affordable prices, being able to have access by train, bus, plane is really nice. And it's definitely on a scale way grander than what I would say the United States has. So we're very lucky to be here. Studying abroad is by far one of the best things that I've done. I will speak a few on certain different culture shocks that I've experienced, and of course everyone experiences different culture shocks, so these are just mine. Here I knew going into this that people would eat a lot differently than I already ate back home. They eat dinner a lot later here, so instead of dinner being at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., it's more of dinner at like 7:30, 8 p.m., even 9 p.m. They will just sit and talk and enjoy the presence and company of others, and that is something that I feel like isn't as enjoyed in the United States. So it's been a very unique but a very good change, I would say. I have been pleasantly surprised with some of the differences in culture that I've experienced here versus back home. As this program is coming to an end, I am leaving in about 2 weeks, which is so crazy to think about and very sad, because I've really come to love living in France, love living in the city, and I've come to be super close with all of my friends. But I know that upon going home, obviously I've picked up some new habits since being here, and one of those habits is actually cooking real food because of my French cuisine class that I'm in, and then also just because of the culture in general. I've now learned how to cook for myself and cook healthy food. So one thing that I want to do and start doing when I go home is eating healthy and actually preparing food, and hopefully making some of those recipes that I learned how to make in my French food class, my French cuisine class. Other habits, of course, I walk everywhere all the time, and back home we drive all the time, at least in my city and where I'm from. I know I walk on campus, but I hope that I will start picking up walking more, so just living that healthier, more active lifestyle. I'm interested to see if I can succeed in doing that when I return home and not fall into the old habits that I used to have. There's definitely many aspects about Lyon that I would not recommend enough. If you are a student who may be in between Lyon and a different program or a different city, I would definitely recommend checking it out. There are plenty of museums, such as the Musée des Beaux-Arts, even classes. Besides the classes that I take, there's other art classes here that will take you to these museums for free. If you're someone who's never lived in a city before, who goes to university in not really a big city, or if you are someone like me who has lived in a city before, both experiences from my friends who don't live in cities and then from me has been absolutely amazing. I've been able to watch my friends who come from small towns, who go to school in small towns, be able to truly grow into themselves and explore what it's like to live in a city and follow public transit, because the public transit here is incredible. There are so many different forms. There's just so many opportunities to have incredible food, cuisine capital, explore museums, explore different neighborhoods, walk along the rivers, go to different gardens. There's just incredible opportunities all around to just explore and enjoy France as a whole. So I recommend it, and I hope that you choose Lyon too.